AYPO Real Estate Principles of Real Estate 1 Newest Actual Exam Complete Questions and Correct Answers, Verified Answers. Question 1. Who has the legal authority to determine the salaries of the TREC Executive Director, officers, and employees? The Texas Governor, the State Legislature, the Commission, TREC, the Attorney General. According to the Texas Real Estate License Act, TRELA, the Commission itself is responsible for determining the salaries and compensation for its executive director, officers, and staff members. This allows the Commission to manage its internal budget and operations independently to ensure effective regulation. Question 2. A subpoena issued by the Commission for an investigation may be served by which of the following? Only a uniformed peace officer, any person designated by the Commission, only a licensed real estate broker, a member of the State Bar only. The Commission has broad investigative powers. When a subpoena is issued, whether for a person to testify or for the production of documents, it does not require a law enforcement officer to serve it. The Commission may designate any individual to legally serve the subpoena throughout the state. Question 3. TREC uses a risk-based approach to assign priorities to complaints. Which factor is not considered in this approach? The degree of potential harm to a consumer, the nature of the alleged violation, the length of time a licensee has been in practice, the potential for immediate danger to the public. TREC prioritizes investigations based on the risk to the public. Serious violations involving fraud or immediate financial harm are moved to the front of the line. The length of time a licensee has been in practice is not a valid criterion for prioritizing a complaint, as both new and experienced agents are held to the same standard of law. Question 4. The Texas Real Estate Broker Lawyer Committee consists of 13 members. How are these members appointed? 13 members appointed by the Governor, 6 by TREC, 6 by the State Bar, 1 public member by the Governor, 10 by the State Bar, 3 by the Governor, 6 by the Governor, 7 by the Commission. The Broker Lawyer Committee is a hybrid group. TREC appoints 6 brokers, the President of the State Bar of Texas appoints 6 attorneys, and the Governor appoints 1 public member. This group is responsible for drafting and revising the standard promulgated contract forms that licensees use in Texas. Question 5. To operate in Texas, an accredited educational institution must maintain a corporate surety bond in what amount? $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000. Educational institutions providing real estate courses must prove financial responsibility. TREC requires a $20,000 corporate surety bond or other acceptable security. This bond protects students in the event the school fails to provide the contracted services or closes unexpectedly. Question 6. When the relationship between a sales agent and their sponsoring broker terminates, what is the notification requirement? The broker must notify the agent via telephone within 24 hours. The agent must notify the Commission within 30 days. The terminating party must immediately notify the other party and the Commission in writing. No notification is required if the agent is moving to another broker. License law requires immediate action when a sponsorship ends. Because a sales agent can only practice while sponsored by a broker, both the other party, broker or agent, and TREC must be notified in writing immediately to ensure the license is moved to inactive status until a new sponsor is found. Question 7. Under TREC rules, the Commission has the authority to prescribe which aspects of continuing education, CE, the cost and location of all classes, the title, content, and duration of CE courses, only the names of the instructors allowed to teach, the personal political affiliations of the students. TREC has the power to regulate the quality of education for license renewal. They prescribe the specific titles of required courses, like Legal Update 1 and 2, the detailed content that must be covered, and the number of hours, duration, required to ensure all Texas agents stay current on laws and ethics. Question 8. To sell or transfer an easement for another for compensation in connection with telecommunications or utilities, a person must hold a standard real estate license only, hold a certificate of registration issued under TREC only, hold either a real estate license or a certificate of registration, be a licensed professional engineer. An easement or right-of-way (ERW) agent represents a specialized niche. In Texas, you do not necessarily need a full broker/sales agent license to do this work for compensation, but you must at least hold a certificate of registration issued by TREC specifically for ERW transactions. Question 9. When a broker moves their place of business, how long do they have to report the change of address to the Commission? 24 hours, 3 business days, 10 days, 30 days. Accuracy of the public record is vital for consumer protection and the service of legal notices. A broker must report a change of address to TREC no later than the 10th day after the move. Failing to update the address on the license can result in administrative penalties. Question 10. The Real Estate Recovery Trust account is maintained by TREC to reimburse aggrieved persons for damages caused by license holders and certificate holders only. Unlicensed individuals with no connection to a firm, licensees, certificate holders, or their employees/agents, only brokers with more than 5 years of experience. The Recovery Trust account is a safety net for consumers. It covers actual damages, not pain and suffering, caused by the illegal acts of brokers, sales agents, ERW certificate holders, or even the unlicensed employees/agents of those licensed/certificate holders while performing real estate activities. Question 11. A notice of a commission order to a person must legally include which of the following? A list of the person's previous employers, findings of fact, penalty amount, and right to judicial review, the home addresses of the commission members, a recommendation for a specific defense attorney. Due process is required when TREC issues a disciplinary order. The notice must clearly state the findings of fact and conclusions of law, separately, the exact amount of any administrative penalty imposed, and instructions on how the person can exercise their right to a judicial review in court.